The first weird thing about becoming a trillionaire is that nothing feels real anymore. Not the money, not the people, not even your own life. Because one day you're comparing grocery prices like a normal person, and the next day, governments are nervous when you tweet. It starts at 8:14 a.m. You're half awake, hair destroyed. You grab your phone expecting spam emails and low battery anxiety, but instead, every banking app on your screen has crashed. At first, you panic. Then your phone starts vibrating, and it doesn't stop. Texts, calls, emails, news alerts, unknown numbers, a voicemail from your bank that begins with, "Sir, we need to discuss your liquidity event." That's rich people language for, you accidentally became economically concerning. Within hours, financial experts are on television trying to explain you. One guy points at a graph and says, "This level of wealth concentration is historically unprecedented." Dude, they're talking about you like you're an incoming asteroid. And honestly, at first, it's amazing. You buy all the dumb things you promised yourself you'd buy if you ever got rich. A penthouse, a hypercar, ridiculously expensive watches, a gaming setup so powerful it could probably detect alien life. You order food without checking prices. That's when you know things have gone too far. Because normal people will spend 45 minutes choosing between medium fries and large fries. Now you're casually adding guacamole. But the real insanity begins when you realize you can do literally anything. Not metaphorically, actually anything. You want to fly to Japan for ramen? Done. You want to rent an entire ski resort because you don't like lines? Done. You want to shut down a beach for your dog's birthday party? Technically unethical, but also done. Money stops being money. It becomes a cheat code. And that's when your brain starts changing. Slowly, quietly, dangerously. Because normal life begins disappearing. You stop hearing the word no. At restaurants, people magically find tables. Traffic gets blocked for you. Stores close so you can shop privately. Employees start laughing before you finish jokes. Even terrible jokes. You could say, what if fish had jobs? And suddenly 3 executives are gasping for oxygen. One guy slaps the table. A woman wipes tears from her eyes. Congratulations, you're not funny anymore. You're rich, funny. Completely different disease. Then comes the shopping problem. Because eventually, there's nothing left to buy that feels exciting. The first supercar? Amazing. The 5th? Cool. The 20th? You're basically collecting expensive chairs. So your purchases become stranger. You buy a mountain cabin in Switzerland. You buy a castle in Scotland because apparently rich people become medieval eventually. You buy a painting for $90 million and secretly don't even like it. You just nodded during an auction because 2 billionaires annoyed you. Now you own a giant blurry square called Silence of Humanity 4. It looks like printer damage. But experts say it represents post-capitalist isolation, which is art world code for, we made this up. Then your family changes. Not immediately. That's the scary part. It happens slowly, like water rising in a room. At first, everyone is excited for you. Your cousins cheer. Your parents cry. Friends say, "Don't forget us when you're rich." Everybody laughs. Nobody realizes that sentence was a prophecy. A few months later, every conversation becomes weird. People stop recommending affordable restaurants around you. Friends hesitate before inviting you places. They assume you're too big for normal life now, and you keep trying to act normal. But normal died the second your net worth hit 12 digits. Then the requests begin. At first, they're reasonable. Can you help with tuition? Can you help with debt? Of course you can. You happily help, but then it spreads. A friend of a friend needs startup funding. A cousin suddenly has a business opportunity. Someone you met once at a birthday party sends you a 19-page PDF called "Why You Should Invest in My Luxury Energy Drink." You open it. The product is sparkling water for dogs. Your DMs become terrifying. Thousands per hour. People asking for money.